So the world is slowly opening up again. It has been more open for other people in other places, but here in Ontario, we're finally getting going. This has me thinking about summery things. Barbecues, bonfires, seeing my family in a safe outdoor location. But it's also made me think a lot about the boundaries that our family has set for our kids and for ourselves. Hi, I'm Karen. You can call me Kay. Here on this channel, we talk about mom life and small town living and being a nerd. So if that's something that you think might be interesting to you, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button and the bell button and the share button and all the buttons that you might want to hit. Hit them all, except for the dislike one. Don't hit that one. I grew up in a very affectionate and loving family with lots of hugs. We are big huggers. We hug when we say hello. We hug when we say goodbye. We hug about half a dozen times in between. Admittedly, not all of us. Some people don't really care for hugs, and that's okay. Now, admittedly, we haven't been hugging in the last year because gestures vaguely. And I'll have you know, it is killing me inside. Absolutely killing me inside. It is the worst. But we have a boundary that we have set with ourselves and especially our kids that we think is extremely important, and I wanted to tell you about it today. If my kid doesn't want to hug you, they don't have to. If my kid doesn't want to hug me, they don't have to. And I'm their mom. This was a bit of a hard pill for some people to swallow, but we've really stuck to our guns about it. None of this giving in every once in a while and, oh, just give your auntie or uncle a hug, or giving a hug to a person who clearly doesn't want it. We're not gonna force a hug on a person. We've allowed our kids to say no if they want to, and we've even encouraged it. Now you may be asking yourself, why? Because it is extremely important that your kids know they have a right to their own body at an early age. Talking about consent starts now. Whoa, 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 you might be thinking. Consent? For children? Don't you think that's a bit early? Yes, but consent is not just about intimacy and relationships. Consent is about teaching people how to be functional adults. Some of you may know I do home childcare. It's quiet time, nap time. That's when I make these videos. But anyway, some of you may know I do home childcare. And when I'm doing childcare, if the kids are roughhousing and playing around, or if they're giving a hug, or whatever they're doing, if one other child, one person says, no, please don't, or don't touch me, or get off my body in any way, everything stops. Stop immediately. We have an immediate hands-off policy. And the kids initiate this a lot of the time. And when I see that happening, I make sure to encourage this behavior. Thank you for listening to their words. Thank you for respecting their body. Teaching kids about consent now means you likely won't have to deal with it as an issue when they're older. No means no. So when my child shies away from a hug, I am not going to force them to hug. They may be uncomfortable for a number of reasons, and none of them have to be sinister. People tend to take offense and ask, why won't they hug me? When there's literally no offense meant. Do you always want to hug people? No, kids don't always want to hug people either. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they're hungry. Maybe they just don't want to. Maybe they're just touched out from a day. As an adult, I get completely touched out by the end of the day. I can't imagine what it's like to be a little person who's feeling completely touched out and has no way of expressing that. A child, just like you and I, has a right to their own space and autonomy. Forcing a child into unwanted physical contact shows them that you don't care about their preference, only yours or that other person's. I'm sorry if these are harsh words. So how can we handle this with the least amount of hurt feelings and the most amount of success? I'm gonna give you some context. Back before the panorama began, most Friday nights you'd find us at my parents' with my parents, my aunt, and my uncle, at least one set of aunts and uncles, one or two of my siblings and their spouses and their kids, and my nieces and their 20-somethings, and my great niece sometimes too. We're a big family, and we like spending time together. So sometimes we'd stay a little bit late and we'd lay the kids down in a spare bedroom, or we'd be getting ready to go or something. And we would go and say goodbye to everybody. And the kids always knew that they had a choice of which interaction they wanted, and they would initiate it. Do they want to wave? High five? Fist bump? Just say goodbye? There are so many options that aren't hugs if they're not comfortable with a hug. Now, I am not here to tell you how to raise your kids or how to deal with this issue in your house. I'm simply here to address how we deal with this issue in our family, in maybe the hopes that you might find it helpful in your situation, because we find this to be a very important conversation, and we're starting to head back into a time where we're going to be seeing more people and spending more time around people. So what are your thoughts? How do you deal with the hugging and kissing and affection in your larger family circle? And how do you deal with it when your kids maybe seem uncomfortable with the idea? Are you from a huggy, kind of affectionate family like I am? Are you from a large family like I am? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I really like talking to you in the comments. I like hearing what you have to say. And again, share this with a friend that you think might find it helpful or informational. And don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.